Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to talk about resources for classic stage manipulation magic. I'm doing this because Markus Deminger, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Markus Deminger asked me to do this. Let me tell you a little story. Growing up as a magician, I think we all go through phases, as we're trying to discover who we are as performers and as entertainers. We try on different clothes, right? We try on different things. And I can remember seeing some Fred Capps and some of the great manipulative artists, if you will, Cardini, for example. Watching these people perform and just being in awe of what you can do with pure sleight of hand when you're very good at it. So I went through a phase where I decided that I wanted to be a stage manipulation performer. And I bought the bikini billiard balls that look like golf balls, and I studied the Vernon Symphony of the Rings and the Vernon Cups and Balls, and I studied thimble magic, and I studied card manipulations. And I was very fortunate in that I had a relationship with Denny Haney, who was a graduate of the Chavez Studio of Magic and had himself an interest in manipulation magic. And so Denny, even though I read the Symphony of the Rings, Denny taught me how to do that trick. He taught me how to do the linking rings. Denny also taught me how to do the billiard ball manipulations, and he also taught me how to do thimble magic. So he taught me how to do these things. And if you're looking for resources for classic stage manipulation, if you have a resource in your area, a mentor, a friend who is very good at this kind of magic, I cannot recommend more strongly that you spend time with that person, whether it costs you money or not. I mean, if the person wants to charge for lessons, pay it. I remember going to see Cy Keller. I visited him in his apartment in the city in Baltimore, and I paid him good money to learn card magic because he was a master at card magic. It's worth it to pay a mentor or to pay someone. Now, Denny didn't charge. He didn't. I frequented his store. I purchased from him. I purchased exclusively from him. But he didn't charge for the lessons. But he taught me these things, and they stayed with me. Now, I remember doing a show that consisted of the linking rings, billiard ball manipulations, thimble magic, and card manipulations. I did them all in the same show. And audiences responded. The audiences understood the amount of effort and time and skill required to do that kind of match. They understood that and they appreciated it. And I heard those kinds of comments. But the first thing I would recommend as far as a resource is that you find a mentor that will teach you. I was very blessed and fortunate to have Denny Haney. He taught me so much. Now, as I mentioned, Denny was a graduate of the Chavez Studio of Magic. I'm going to put the link down below. They are still teaching. If you go to their website, it says, right in the banner, it says, 80 years of excellence in sleight of hand training. 80 years of excellence. You can't go wrong with the Chavez course in magic. You can't. Sleight of hand methods with cards, balls, coins, thimbles, and similar objects are emphasized in the Chavez Studio. So if you're looking for a great resource, a mentor, secondly, Chavez. Third, another great resource is the Sheridan course in card manipulation by Jeff Sheridan. It's 3 volumes. Highly recommend anything by Jeff Sheridan, another brilliant classic manipulation magician. The other, now I have Jeff McBride's card manipulation series somewhere, but I couldn't find it for this video. I'm sorry, it's in a box someplace. I don't do card manipulations anymore, but Jeff Sheridan has a series out called The Art of Card Manipulation, which is really fantastic. while I was studying card manipulation with Denny, I was also studying that particular series. And it's really great. So this series is called Jeff McBride World Class Manipulation. It's in 3 volumes. It covers balls, thimbles, coins, and practice tips and other things. It does not cover cards because he covers it in another series. But the Jeff McBride series, anything by Jeff McBride, he also is a very devoted traditional magician. Also, don't forget the Tarbell series. Tarbell is chock full of manipulative magic. There is, also, Dan Harlan has done a series for Penguin Magic called Every Trick in the Book, where he takes lessons from the Tarbell series and presents them in video format. Tarbell 47 at Penguin Magic. Thimble Magic by Dan Harlan is also quite excellent. Dan does a series on card manipulations, also does a series on coins. Now, if you're studying the cups and balls, you want to study Vernon. I think Vernon provides the foundation for all good cups and ball work. If you want to study the linking rings, the Symphony of the Rings is where you should begin. Again, Vernon. In fact, if you want to just look at Vernon, now Vernon is basically a close-up card magic type of guy, but he does do some classic stuff with coins, and of course the linking rings. You want to take a look at his work. So Markus, thank you so much for asking for this. I hope I wet your whistle a little bit, gave you some resources to pursue. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you've not done so already. Please comment down below. I love your comments. I will see you next time.